God has no favourites. Jesus was Jewish. His disciples were Jewish too, as were all the people who first followed Jesus. As part of their religion, Jewish people had to obey certain rules. There was a list of animals, for example, which they were not allowed to eat. Camels and hares and bats and a lot of other birds and insects and animals as well. There were also certain people that the Jews were not supposed to hang out with and whose houses they were not supposed to enter. At the top of this list were people who were not Jewish. These people were called Gentiles. Some Gentiles, however, were interested in the Jewish religion. They would pray to God and give money to the poor. One of those Gentiles was an officer in the Roman army called Cornelius. Cornelius was praying one day when an angel appeared to him in a vision. "Send your men to Joppa," the angel said, "to fetch a follower of Jesus called Peter." Cornelius did what the angel told him to do. The next day, as his men approached the house where Peter was staying, Peter was praying too. He was up on the flat roof. He was hungry. And then suddenly, in the middle of his prayers, Peter also had a vision. He saw a big sheet coming down from heaven, and on the big sheet were all the animals he was not supposed to eat: camels and hares and bats and all the other forbidden animals too. Then he heard the voice of God saying, "Get up, Peter, kill and eat." "No, Lord," Peter answered, "I've never eaten these forbidden animals." "But if I say it's okay to eat these animals," God answered, "then it's okay." This happened 3 times, and then the sheet disappeared. Peter found the vision puzzling, but while he was trying to figure it out, Cornelius's men came knocking at his door. The Holy Spirit told Peter to go down and meet the men and go with them. So that's what Peter did. And the next day, there he was in Cornelius's house, surrounded by Cornelius's family and friends. And suddenly, the vision of camels and hares and bats made sense. God was trying to teach him about something more than accepting food. He was trying to teach him something about accepting people. "You know that the Jewish law says that I shouldn't even be in this Gentile house," Peter said. "But God has shown me that if he says something is okay, then it is. And I believe that God is the one who has brought us together." So Peter told them all about Jesus. And while he was speaking, the Holy Spirit came upon Cornelius and his family and his friends, and they spoke in other tongues, just as Peter and his friends had done when the Spirit had come upon them. "This is the same thing that happened to us," Peter exclaimed. "Surely this means that all God did for us through Jesus is not just for Jewish people, but for Gentiles as well." So Cornelius and his friends and his family were baptized and became followers of Jesus too. And from then on, Peter knew that Jesus came for everyone, absolutely everyone.